Display of footwork on that run. They run once more with McKinnon. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They run it with McKinnon, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now McKinnon. Room here to run. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Jarek McKinnon, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. Gould able to tack on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Gould now out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On first down, it's Stafford. He's going to air one out. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time. And you've got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Here again is McKinnon. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now third down. So first and second down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run. And just lost track, and it cost him.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The 20. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. McKinnon, and he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Here we go.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. In for the score. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
Gold with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On 1st and 10, Stafford throwing deep for Galladay. This is caught at the 20. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play there for Detroit. 47 yards. The Lions into the red zone for the first time. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They go to Johnson again. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
And that is incomplete here. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
They get it to him running left. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. They snap it to Stafford. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Lions have got it back to a 1-score game. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers. Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Like 80! Like 80!
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. And the third down pass falls incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable, usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. And a tackle that time by Akella Witherspoon.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. From the 50, it's Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
10, 10. 32. 21.
On 1st down, Stafford. It's complete to Golden Tate. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And down inside the 15 he goes. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Here we go. 0.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. Out of the gun, Stafford. He may try and run for this. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. We now proceed to the start of the second half. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, 49ers. Jerick McKinnon with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
22.
Back to the air. Stafford on second down. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. Stafford on first down. Underneath for Johnson. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And to the left side here, Wilson. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. From the red zone now, Stafford. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Second and 10, Stafford again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. On 3rd down, Johnson. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Brandon, it's funny, isn't it? Oftentimes when we get with these offensive coordinators, they always talk about the word balance. Well, sometimes you take balance and just throw it out the window. Sometimes balance is using what keeps working, and that's what they were doing, throwing the football.
So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
11.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
20, 80.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Out left side here to Bryant. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. First catch for Bryant. He's got a first down. Somebody missed an assignment. He was waving his arms saying, hey, I'm wide open. They found him.
You think? You think? I mean, he was so wide open. Did you see he was just windmilling like he was Don Quixote or somebody out there? And then they found him for a really nice gain.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
Like 22, he's coming, 22. 13.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. Call it a gain of 5. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
Here we go.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The former first-round pick from Boise State, Shea McClellan. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up fourth down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And Gold is able to put it through, and that will make this now a 15-point advantage. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Go, go, go! Go middle, let's go! 22! Hey, tag 50 left! 11, 11!
Now a first down throw. Stafford trying to lay one up deep. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. The Lions on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
10, 10!
From the gun, here's Stafford. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Black 80!
And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. Dances by him. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Move it up, fellas.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Like 20. Black hand.
Now a handoff working right. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Black 80. 180. Yes.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
3 down. 180. Like 20. 65. 65. Yes.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. Able to hold it in. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Sometime in this 4th quarter, someone on defense is going to have to step up and force a turnover.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey. 4 down. Here we go. Yes.
Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo. His throw incomplete. Pierre Garçon, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
We got three. Like 20. 180. Yes.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And incomplete here on 3rd down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So now from a defensive perspective, they might still have a pulse.
Yeah, that probably would have sealed their fate, but now they're still within 2 scores.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. On 1st and 10, Stafford escaping the pressure right. And his throw is going to be incomplete. The tight end, Luke Wilson, was the target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. He'll rifle this one deep right side. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The former 1st-round pick, Shea McClellan, in on the stop. The Niners on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And that last penalty makes his 3rd down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll run it with Johnson. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, here's Stafford. And the Niners get there and bring him down. DeForest Buckner able to get him for a loss of about 3. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now Stafford. This one complete to Theo Reddick. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. first down at Stafford. Dumping it off for Johnson. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up second down. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around. The Lions on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap for Stafford. It's caught. Jones. Stafford to Jones, enough for a Lion first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Back to the air. Stafford on second down. And his throw is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Here's Stafford. And that will be incomplete as well.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he locates Luke Wilson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Had a nice broken tackle and then brought down right around the 20. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. The Lions on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Now it's Stafford. Being chased out left. And the Detroit Lions hit pay dirt.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. Getting down to the end here, they have a 2-score lead. Barely, but it's a 2-score lead, so that probably makes you as a coach feel a lot more comfortable right now, doesn't it, Charles?
It does, but it doesn't mean now you go out and run option or some kind of a wild double reverse or anything like that. But you do know that if anything does go haywire, you're still in control of this game.
I want a double reverse, don't you?
I'm just waiting for that day where we actually see something like that in this situation.
We'll see what happens here. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
21.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Garoppolo. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
That'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Prater for the extra point, and that will get him one closer. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
The Niners on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Now on fourth down, it's the punt team sending this one away. Down to the final play. That's where we win in this one, a dramatic finish. And I know that the field goal was going to be pretty long, but to not kick the field goal, at least take the chance to win there with 3, what did you think, partner?
You know that in pregame, as he warms up, the kicker gets with the special teams coach, and they figure out a number in both directions, all right, versus win, no win, if it's a possibility, whatever it is. They give a number to the head coach. This is where I'm good from. Between here and here, maybe that wasn't the number he gave him today.
So for the Niners, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll try again next week at home against New England. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our